So we're at the Helmet Lab at Virginia Tech, which for the past decade has really led the way for making helmets safer and trying to protect athletes in all different sports. Today we're looking at whitewater sports. In America, we have tens of millions of people enjoy these sports every year, but it's also one of the highest risk sports with almost 50 fatalities every year. The biggest problem is people come out of a raft or a kayak flips over and then you hit your head on a rock. So if you look at the 50 fatalities, almost all of them are head impacts followed by drowning. So what we want to do is we want to make sure when you have a head impact, we cushion that as much as possible so you can survive that event. When we look at helmets, there's basically two things they're doing. First, the outer shell is rigid and that's protecting you from sharp impacting objects. And then there's padding on the inside. The helmets that do better have spent more time on the engineering side to make sure the padding performs at a range of different impact levels. Those are the helmets that really do the best, and those are the ones we give the 5-star rating to. Our helmet lab here at Virginia Tech, we've looked at football as our first sport, then we looked at hockey, we looked at soccer, we looked at flag football, bicycling helmets. Now we're even looking at construction helmets. We're looking at how can we make it better, how can we make companies improve their product, and ultimately reduce the risk of injuries for people in that sport. There are two things that make our lab very unique. First is the scientific effort. Everything we do is peer-reviewed in journal publications. The second thing that's equally important is the independence. So we're independent of any helmet manufacturer. We don't get any royalties, we have no financial ties, we don't make a product. We're just telling you what we think are the best helmets to buy. If you're in the market to buy a whitewater helmet, you might go to Amazon and type in whitewater helmet and you're going to come up with 500 different entries. The price is never really correlated. So we can have a high-priced whitewater helmet that doesn't perform very well, and you can have a very low-priced one that does a really good job. That's where the Virginia Tech ratings come into play to give you information so when you go make that purchase, you can buy the best one available.